Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Access Legal. This is Cicely Banks, legal assistant. Welcome. This is a channel for legal support staff, HR staff for law firms, law offices, and legal departments. Welcome. Even if you're not a legal professional, these videos can help you as well. So welcome aboard. All right, this video we're going to talk about matching attorneys and legal assistants together. Go check out my other video called Chemistry in the Office, and this is like a part 2 to that. So matching legal assistants with the right attorney, it does matter. Now, for you HR professionals, some of you think that matching a senior level attorney with a new legal assistant, newbie entry level, is great because they'll learn from the attorneys. That's not always the best decision. You know why? Because think about it. For somebody, that attorney has already put in a lot of work to get to their point of being whatever executive partner, senior level partner, managing shareholder. They don't have time to sit around and train a new entry-level assistant. Now, you can get some people in the office to help train that person, but they need things to go. 1, 2, 3, get it out the door. You know, I'm telling you to draft this or draft this motion or draft this type of discovery. You know, they're on the phone, they're in facilitation meetings, motion hearings, trial. They really don't have time to sit around and train. They can learn so much. It's so not going that way from what I've seen. It so doesn't go that way. It's very rare that a senior level attorney will welcome an entry level assistant. It's a slowdown for them. Okay, especially if the dates get missed and they're not sure the calendar and get those discovery dates in. It sucks, and that is a very bad advantage for the attorney. Okay, and extremely stressful on the entry level assistant because they don't know. It's like, shoot, man, because they're expecting accuracy and speed. No excuses. So pairing a senior level assistant with an entry level attorney does not always work either. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you buck heads, you run into, okay, it could be a power struggle. Like, don't tell me what to do. I'm the attorney, you're my assistant, you're going to do what I say. That ego crap, you know, oh gosh. You're wondering why so many assistants and attorneys are having issues with one another. It's a poor match. So rather than kicking out the assistant or kicking out the attorney, just try to switch and mix up and see who matches with who. Now, some attorneys would love it, especially if they're senior level or more experienced, to get an assistant that's experienced as well. That flows really nice. They're telling you to do something. I need you to file XYZ. I need you to file these pleadings. Make sure we got all the discovery. You know, you're filing a public document. If you're filing a motion, there's exhibits. Make sure that all the personal information is being redacted. If you're attaching portions of medical records, you want to check for redactions because you can't, you know, you could get sanctioned if you're filing a public document with the court and you have the claimant or the plaintiff or defendant's personal info in there. You can get sanctioned, or they can just reject the document and sanction you at the same time. So you don't want that. So they that can work out really nice and could be a great advantage for the attorney, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them would appreciate that. Like, thank you, I finally got somebody to know what they're doing. And that's not a smackdown to entry level. Now, pairing an entry level assistant with an entry level attorney, that may be a blow up because neither one of them know. And if you're not careful, situations like that, they could get a letter from the attorney grievance for malpractice. Yeah, that would be a bad domino effect. But for HR departments, just be aware of the matches. Take a look at the attorney and legal assistant pair-ups. Somebody may need help. You may have the experience, but that does not prove that it will be a good match. And all this moving and switching around, at some point, somebody's got to stick. So whether it's in the personality or it's in maybe there's more training that needs to be done. And as I said before, some, people have their preferences. I've been paired up with attorneys in the past where they were not expecting me. Okay, I am a black woman. Hey, ain't no shame in that. And some, they were expecting similar appearances. Some white people just want to work with white people. Some black people just want to work with black people. Some Hispanic people want to work with Hispanic people. Some young people want to work with young people. Some old people want to work with old people. You know what I mean? People have their preferences. And you can always tell because you can see the expression on their face like, ugh. Hi, this is going to be your new assistant. And they just, have this look on their face like, oh, hi. What's the problem? You know what I mean? So as an assistant, you don't have to sit around and be tolerated. And feel free to share what's going on in these cases with your assistant. As I said before, as an attorney, guys, you should want your assistant to be one of the best in the office. Why would you want to compete with your secretary and make our lives hell just to make yourself look more important? You're not going to keep anybody, and that puts a bad reputation on you, and sooner or later your clients are going to catch wind of that you're difficult to work with. You think I'm lying? Keep on. So, yeah, as an attorney, you should want your assistant to be one of the best in the office. I remember in the past getting like little pamphlets for training sessions through ICLE. I don't know if they still have ICLE, ICLE. In Michigan. It's like one of those continuing ed centers for attorneys and legal assistants, and they were always putting those on my desk, the attorneys, and that was nice. And I went to some of them, and it was good. But now there's so many resources online. I don't think they do that anymore. But feel free, even HR assistants, instead of stoning somebody for not having experience or not having this and that, and get out. You want to make sure you've exhausted, at least on your part, because some of us are going back and suing these firms and law offices, okay, for wrongful termination. So at least as HR, you want to make sure that you've exhausted all of your what do you call that, your resources for training this individual, even if they're on probation for a little bit, and have someone work with them side by side, preferably a senior level assistant, because they've been there, they can tell you the ins and outs, and then see if there's any improvement. And if not, either that's the wrong firm or either the wrong profession, or maybe they got something else going on. Okay, that's a distraction. So just make sure you've exhausted all of your resources and then come to an executive decision before kicking someone out. But having that right match, it really does matter. And it's such, some of you attorneys out there are really easygoing, and that's much appreciated, because it's not the easiest profession to have. It's not that stable either. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Been from office to office, I've been there too, and once a place is done with you, they're done with you. So, as I said before, try to learn something new this year, something else to help you out rather than just doing the same thing year after year, and that's for you. So that's all I have on that. So I will see you at the next video.